what's going on? Welcome back to Heavy Metal Models and the final installment in the My Favorite GMP series. You know, it's been a real fun couple of days doing this because anytime we get the chance to take models off of our shelves, polish them up, take pictures of them, just enjoy them like we haven't sometimes in many, many years, that's a good thing, and that's really part of what the fun of collecting is all about. And it's been a real pleasure to look at these models and share them with you, especially in light of the fact that GMP is on the way back. Really good news. Well, today we're going to pull out one of my very favorite GMPs. That, of course, the 1970 Pontiac GTO mold. Now, I've got two I want to show you today. One is the original Orbit Orange release in 1/18 scale, and the second one is a really special model. It's one of 6 hand samples made of the Starlight Black triple black die-cast zone car. I've got the one sample that was ever put out in circulation with a certificate of authenticity. It is most probably my favorite GMP car. Check these out. "2001 was the year that GMP opened the molds on a new level of die-cast detail for collectors of American muscle, and they picked a great subject to lavish their attention on. Arriving in an upscale box, GMP's 1970 GTO Judge appeared in Orbit Orange to rave reviews, not only from the collectors who loved the model, but from real car guys who were blown away by the replica's over-the-top details and exceptional working features. It didn't take long to sell out, even at a premium price, driven by speculators. It also wasn't long before GMP broke out a convertible version of the GOAT, including a special triple black zone car done for the Die-Cast Car Collectors Club, which also sold out quickly and soon became one of the most sought-after models on the secondary market. But these GTOs were about far more than simple math. They shattered the perceptions of what a mass-manufactured die-cast model, especially one based on a muscle car, could be. Like most top-tier 1/18 die-cast, the doors, hood, and trunk opened, the wheels steered, and the car had a working suspension. But it was the sights and features under those panels and below the killer paint jobs that pushed these models and collectors to an entirely new level. The lensing on these is beautifully etched and set into bright chrome bezels. Between the headlights, a steel mesh makes up the grille, onto which a floating photo-etched GTO badge has been placed. Out back, though missing reverse lights on the orange car, both models' taillight lenses have been installed into a precision-chromed bumper that survived all these years as bright as ever. The Ram Air hoods wear tachometers, and beneath them is a scale representation of the Pontiac 400 V8 that had me staring at it for hours back in the day and still gets me going today. On the Judge, the spark plug wires, and truth be told, a bunch of other stuff, was cabled in a thin orange. This was joined by soft rubber and flexible vinyl for the heater hoses, AC conduits, and vacuum pipes. The Starlight Black car skipped the AC and wears black wires to its plugs, but it keeps the outrageous real foam rubber hood seal placed to meet the ram pipes both cars wear in their hoods above. The cabins are fun too, and the carpeted floors, tilting seats, and working visors added a bit of hands-on fun to a visual mix that includes a wood grain dash and well-defined seats and doors. On the orange car, floor mats, a Judge decal for the glove box, and the added-on chrome kick panels made by renowned scale craftsman Ned Anello has been installed. Even the trunk got the royal treatment with blue spatter paint, a full-sized spare, and a jack. Below that, the hollowed-out quad exhaust tips lead to a chassis that still gets visitors giggling. Not only is the belly pan done in a primer color, it's been set onto a full metal frame that's been wired and piped with fuel and brake lines and a fully articulated suspension. Front or rear, pressing down on a wheel gets a lifelike response as the shock absorbers compress, links pivot, and control arms flex. Even the satin finish of the wheels looks correct, and the tires on those wheels are soft rubber that yields to pressure just like the real thing. GMP delivered these GTOs in all kinds of colors, in Judge and non-Judge variants, as well as 1971 and 1972 cars, but to me, it all started right here with my favorite GMP. You know, it's really kind of funny that when you have a collection, some of the models that you have, you might not see them for a while. When you take them off the shelf and you realize how long you've had them, you realize that sometimes a lot of time has passed. That's the case with this Orbit Orange GTO. I still remember the night that I took delivery of this car. I got it at a good price. I couldn't wait to get it home and take it out of the box, and that is still one of the happiest memories I ever had as a collector. Here we are, 13 years later, and that model still ranks as one of the top cars in any collection if you're lucky enough to have one. Never mind the black one, which is just exclusive on top of everything else. These were exquisite model cars, and nothing in the time between them being new and right now, as GMP comes back out of being under the weather for a little bit there, when they're going to come out, these molds are going to be just as current, just as valuable, and just as wonderful as they ever were. I give these cars 5 Henrys. If I had the graphic up for 6, I'd give them 6 Henrys. They're that good. They mean that much to this hobby. And I have to tell you that though I came into this piece with a pretty clear idea as what my favorite GMP would be, I lied. Because my favorite GMP hasn't come out yet. When they open up the doors once again and tell us what it is that's going to be new, that's going to be the favorite GMP. Take it to the bank. Hey, I really appreciate you guys coming down here. It's a lot of fun doing this show, and I do enjoy your input, so please, joe@heavymetalmodels.com. Leave me a comment on the Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can enjoy all the videos we put out there. Thanks so much for coming down. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.